Here is my eGPU setup to add more VRAM when running local LLM, and it costs just 87 bucks, or 38 if you already have a spare Flex PSU. It has very small footprint and doesn't clutter your desk. So in this video, I'm going to show you all the parts I use and how to set up, then run a benchmark with LM Studio to test the local AI performance. Let's check it out. Here is my current PC. It's small and portable, but the big catch is it doesn't have any space left for second GPU. So the only way to add more VRAM with minimal speed penalty is using eGPU via remaining M.2 slot. Sure, you can buy something straightforward like M.2 to PCIe X16 adapter. However, the downside is you'll always have a cable dangling from your case, which is a deal breaker for me. So my approach is to use an M.2 to Oculink riser card. This will allow you to bring the Oculink port to the side of the case once installed. You can find a very cheap one from China for just $5. Next is an Oculink to PCIe X16 adapter to install our GPU. Again, you can find a very cheap one from China, which I ordered it for around $20. And an Oculink cable for about $11. Lastly, we need a PSU. You can always use a standard ATX PSU, but that would make it very bulky. I want our setup footprint to be smallest as possible. So I ordered a cheap modular 500 watt Flex PSU, which should be more than enough for a single GPU for around $50. And here is everything we need. To attach the PCIe X16 adapter on the PSU block, I'll attach 4 screws with rubber O-ring to the top of the PSU with epoxy glue. Use motherboard standoffs to secure the adapter. Next, we'll install the M.2 to Oculink adapter. I'll install it on the back of my motherboard that has PCI version 4 with X4 bandwidth, which is the maximum speed Oculink can handle. Now my PC has an extendable Oculink port that I can put away when not needed. To support the GPU card weight, I'll use a small rubber foot, cut it into appropriate height and put it under the card. And here is the final setup. Next is the test. We'll run LLM benchmark between using native PCI slot versus our eGPU setup. Running Qwen 3.535B on RTX 5060 Ti directly from motherboard PCIe X16 slot got me around 1678 token per second prompt processing speed and around 81 token per second generation speed. Next, I put the card into eGPU setup and update the LM Studio setting, forcing it to run the model on the eGPU only. Then run the test again, and here is the result. Around only 2 to 3% drop in performance. I saw some people running LLM via Thunderbolt and got around 10% loss, so these are excellent numbers. So, that's all about my DIY eGPU setup. Feel free to drop a comment and thoughts. Like and subscribe to stay tuned. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.